On the show tonight, a top-of-the-range Irish model, sexy exterior, looks good with the top down, and ladies, believe me, it'll be the smoothest ride of your life.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have got a packed sofa tonight. Irish actor turned Hollywood star Colin Farrell is here, ladies and gentlemen. I know. Top Gear favourite Jeremy Clarkson is on the show, everybody. Brilliant comic Joe Brand is here. Showbiz legend Sharon Osbourne is joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Providing the music all the way from Canada, the fantastic Arcade Fire! I know. Are we over there? Playing guitars and things, yeah? Ooh! Hey, great to have Colin Farrell back in the show. A star of so many great movies like Phone Booth, In Bruges. Here he is in an early role, and you look at that and you think, whoa. Men stripped off in the jungle, always macho. Hey! I would sooner eat a kangaroo testicle. Colin also starred in the film version of the American cop show Miami Vice. Here he is as Crockett, and I think this is his partner, Tubbs. No, it's not. Here they are together. Oh, look at them there, looking cool. Mind you, not everyone looks that good in a sports car. No. You know, I'm a big fan of Top Gear, and I do love the star in a reasonably priced car. And they have all sorts of celebrities, and they even asked me. They did. But I'm very, very busy. So I sent my dog Madge. Now, you may laugh, but honestly, she was doing OK till she saw a squirrel. Jeremy's not just mad about cars. He also loves cycling, ladies and gentlemen. He does love cycling. Very popular cycling nowadays. Even David Cameron does it. David Cameron, you are our Prime Minister. Why aren't you riding with a helmet? Oh, my mistake, you are. Let's get some guests on! Later we'll be having music from Arcade Fire! But first, she's my favourite brand of comic. It's Joe Brand!
Yes.
Sit yourself down. Hiya. He lives life to the birthday. It's Jeremy Clarkson. Here he is.
I'm here.
Hey. Hello, sir.
How are you?
I'm very well. Have a seat, sir. Do. She's got the X Factor. It's Sharon Osbourne. I can be Louis. I'll walk down with you. Sharon Osbourne, everybody. And my Irish eyes are smiling. It's Colin Farrell! So nice to see you. You too. Come in and sit down. A warm welcome to everyone.
Thanks.
Now, I have to say, I'm not normally nervous when I do the show, but I do look at that couch and I think, trouble. If I was a teacher, I would not sit you together. Why? Because Joe and Jeremy, did you have beef at some point?
Well, a small beef. Do you remember years ago we went to...
Don't remind him.
No, I am going to. We were at a thing called
I do remember, yes.
Talent dinner. Talent, yeah, me. Basically some TV exec went round they were all kind of like newsreaders, blah, blah, blah. Went round the table. Jeremy was opposite me and said, let's start with you, Joe. How would you improve the BBC? And I said, sack Jeremy Clarkson. I did for a laugh.
Then I came back and said, no, I'd ban all jokes about tampons, which would f*** you up. But then we became
it started again. But you're good now?
No, we're fine.
Oh, good. And Sharon, and you I think we meet you feud-free. You're not feuding with anyone at the moment. You have no beef.
No. Only positive energy into the universe.
Very
It's
good.
quite scary the way you say that. Not feeling the positive energy.
I'll make you feel better.
No, because it was the Gaga was the last one, but that's all better
The
now.
gardener?
The Gaga.
Oh!
That was the last one.
But I don't. I like my gardener.
Yeah.
Gaga. No, she's lovely.
And are you getting on okay with Simon now? That's all good.
Well, I never see him, so it's fine.
And then Colin Farrell, you're just zen now. You're just calm, lovely Colin now. No?
Sorry, I was meditating.
Yes, he went to a happy place.
Yes, indeed.
Now, listen, there's a lot to talk about tonight. Obviously, you've got movie, a book, a DVD, but we begin down the end with Joe Brand, who, ladies and gentlemen, is our first and possibly only official panto guest. Yes, Joe Brand. Now, it's Aladdin.
It is Aladdin. Weirdly, I'm not Aladdin.
Who are you?
I am the genie of the ring. Cue many jokes about sphincters.
Did they make you a genie of the ring just to make jokes about rings?
No, there is a genie of the ring in Aladdin and a genie of the lamp. Apparently, there are two genies. I didn't even realise that.
I didn't know that.
No.
Now, who else is in it? Is that Flawless down the end there?
Yeah, Flawless are in
Now,
it. Do you
who
know
are-
Flawless? Yes. A bit lukewarm. Isn't it,
Terrible
really?
amount of pressure to put yourself under to call yourselves flawless.
Flawless. And also, in the story of Aladdin, who are they playing?
Are they dancers?
Well, wait for this. They're playing the Peking Police Force. No, they're not really.
Where is it?
Yeah, can we get tickets?
Where is it?
This is exactly why I came here. It's in Wimbledon from the 6th of December to the 12th of January.
Wow. Now, the role you play, the last time this production was done, it was played by Pamela Anderson.
Yeah, who bases a lot of her act on me, I believe.
So there's Pamela Anderson in her costume, and here's you in your costume. And are you singing and dancing?
After a fashion.
Now, is it one of those pantos where you do pop songs, or do you do traditional panto songs?
We do a mixture of pop songs and traditional songs. Yeah,
So what are you
Fran.
giving us? What are you giving us?
I'm not giving a pop song or a traditional song. I'm just, at one point I go, if I were not upon the stage, something else I'd rather be. If I were not upon the stage, a pole dancer I'd be. It's not actually that.
You've given everything away now.
No, that was my suggestion. They vetoed it.
Oh, no.
Oh!
Because of children. Oh. Going, that woman doesn't really look like a pole.
Or a dancer.
Or a dancer, indeed.
And how does the rest of the couch feel about pantos? Because, Jeremy, 3 kids, have you dragged them to
No, I
pantos?
go every year to... where I live in Chipping Norton, there's an amazing theatre there, and they put on a fantastic panto every year. But we were discussing it at work the other day with Top Gear, because Richard Hammond is the sort of person who you know he's going to end up as Buttons in the Swindon Wyvern. You just... however it gets there, but he is going there ultimately.
Actually, talking of being in panto, Sharon Osbourne, you have given.
I did tremendous work on the stage as a child, you know.
You did?
Yes.
Was Cliff Richard? You were in panto with Cliff Richard?
And Frank Ifield.
Wow.
Yes.
What were you?
Well, I was magnificent as a pigeon.
Where was it?
At the Palladium.
Wow.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
I've had my time in the theatre.
And Colin, because you trained at the Gaiety, so were you in those Gaiety pantos?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I don't think they're affiliated, the school and the... No, I never got the call for Panto, not yet, but Christmas is coming up, so...
That's true.
And I'm not working.
Fingers crossed.
Rub Joe's sphincter if there's a... I meant Joe's ring. I meant Joe's ring.
It doesn't work if you say
Better.
sphincter. Yeah.
I have a slot free tonight.
And I'll be...
He's behind you.
No, I was going to say... I could be Aladdin.
Zing! Sing!
Absolutely.
Sing!
With your beanstalk.
Oh, leave it. Hey, we must mention...
I've heard it's more of a salami.
I'm not interested.
That's because you're bloody boring.
I'm shutting this down. Joe Brown, we must celebrate the fabulous Getting On, which is now, it's in America.
It is. It's slightly up the glamour quotient.
But were you
in
wined and
America.
dined by Hollywood agents and things?
No, I didn't go over there. No.
What? They're making your show in America and you didn't go?
That's right.
The check can come
Is
via
that a
post.
bit weird? I didn't want
The check
to
can come
go.
via post.
Well, have you ever been?
To America, no.
You've never been to America?
No.
It's fun.
Is that illegal?
No, it's just...
So ignorant, Joe.
I am ignorant, Colin, but that's why people like me. There are places in the world that I'd rather go than America.
Like?
All of them.
Look,
Every single country in the world is better than America. I've just come back from Burma and the Ukraine, both of which are 1 billion times better than the United States.
Now, talking of acting, Colin Farrell.
Yes,
Colin Farrell.
yes.
You have acted with some amazing people over the years.
A couple of times.
And, but even when you were young, you seemed very unintimidated. There's a story about you working with Bruce Willis, and you were quite, like, to his face.
But that was intimidation, finding a very loud voice.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was a bit cheeky with him.
What was it? You were doing a scene... Was it a courtroom scene? You were doing?
Oh, yeah, when he had a trouble with that word.
Yes.
He was playing the trial judge advocate and I was playing defence for the accused, and at one stage I stood up and with great overacting zeal said, "Objection, Your Honour." And he looked at me and he went, "Line." And I heard from the monitor, the script supervisor, go, "Overruled!" And he went, "Overruled." Just because we were good pals, I said to him that day, I said, "You better go home and get an early night because you have a word to learn for tomorrow." To which he responded, "Fuck you, Irish." But I say that with deep affection, and we're going to go ahead.
Now, listen, better news. Your new film, Saving Mr. Banks, it opens tonight across the country. And there's some great people in it. We spoke to Emma Thompson about it last week.
Oh, lovely Emma, yeah.
She's so nice.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
But what's odd is, it's like you're in a different... Well, you kind of are in a different film.
Yeah.
You play her father...
I play her father in flashback, yeah. So we shot it all in 2 weeks and the scenes are intermittently dropped throughout the story as her upbringing is beginning to come to kind of the fore of her memory.
Because P.L. Travers, who wrote Mary Poppins,
Yeah.
we all just assume she was born in Britain.
Yeah, no, she was born in Australia, I think, in maybe 1898 or something like that. And she had a fairly traumatic upbringing, I believe. And when she was 20, she left Australia and she completely redesigned herself and very much became the quintessential British woman of education and of class and dignity, and as designed by herself.
And in the film, I think it's interesting because it's a Disney movie and you're not the greatest dad in the world in the film.
Not really, no.
But the film doesn't kind of judge him. You're not the villain of the piece.
No, he's just a raging alcoholic who really can't get his life together and suffers from an awful affliction of melancholy and self-pity, which is not foreign to alcoholics, I believe. Not that I know anything about that. But yeah, but there's no good guy, bad guy in this one, really. He's just yeah, it was kind of a sad part of the story.
It is, but also it's kind of where the Mary Poppins story comes
Absolutely, because what she did basically, what a lot of artists do, I imagine, whether they're painting or orating or writing music or whatever it may be, is, you channel every experience in your life into your work in various ways. And what I think she did, P.L. Travers with Mary Poppins, was she gave the children in that book a chance with their father that she never had, basically. And I think that's why she was so protective of the Mary Poppins material. She never wanted Walt Disney to put his American saccharine hands and, commercially driven fingerprints all over it. She resisted. For 20 years, he tried to get her to sign over the rights.
Well, listen, we've got a little clip. This is you as Travers Goff, her father, and it's sort of before we know his darkness, and it's you trying to make the best of a bad lot and start again.
Cool.
Everybody ready?
Yes. See you soon, Katie Nana. Take care, love.
All right. Everybody ready? Walking bus. Left, right,
Miss.
left, right, left.
Miss, oh. Thank you.
Left, left, right, left. And 1, 2, 3, new town, new job, new bank, new life. Come on, my little ducklings.
Really good. It's a really sweet film. And now you've got your own two little boys now.
I do.
And you're trying to get them into Disney?
Into the park?
No, well,
They've been banned, of course. There was that incident when they were 8 and 2. Yeah, the films. Yeah, we're doing the backlog. Yeah, push Pixar to the side for a bit and going back into Lady and the Tramp and 101 Dalmatians and Pinocchio and Jungle Book and all that jazz.
Are they liking them?
Loving it, yeah. My little fella, Henry, can't stop singing, "We are Siamese." So they seem to be enjoying it, yeah.
They'd love the Peking Police. They'd love it. Because, Sharon, in your book, in terms of parenting mistakes, there is a brilliant photograph where you left Ozzy holding the baby. I love that picture. Is that Jack?
Actually, it is. Yes. Yes.
He looks terrified. He's just like, even the baby knows this isn't right.
This isn't right. This is not the way it's meant to be. No. I mean, there were times, children's parties, I'm going to the ladies' room, come out, and I hear all this screaming, and Ozzy had rammed about 15 kids into the garden shed. And he was doing that face through the shed, and that was him entertaining the children. Yeah.
And Jeremy, dad of 3, and it's like for me, are you like a really embarrassing father?
Only when I speak. Or move. Or be in the same room as them. Yeah, I mean, can you imagine how awful it would be to wake up and know that I was your father?
Because your eldest girl, is she 18 now?
19.
19? So there must be gentleman callers.
There's a gentleman caller. There's a current very strong gentleman caller who is he's from Dublin. So this is like we spent the day with him. So it's like
They love him.
Yeah, no, exactly. She's loved up, so she's very happy.
And are you very happy, or is that weird?
Well, of course it's weird because she was in a pram 8 minutes ago, and now she has a boyfriend. But the thing is I'm supposed to hate him. I mean, I always said you can bring anyone you like home, as long as they don't have a motorcycle. Because if they have a motorcycle, I shall simply set fire to it. And if he goes and buys another one, I shall simply set fire to that. I don't care what they do, but they're not going on motorcycles. That was just the bare bones rule. He doesn't have a motorcycle, he doesn't drive. He hasn't got a clue who I am. He's in a band and he's tremendous. I'm very happy. They're really a sweet couple, so it's great.
But don't you find it works that if that person makes them happy, then you're happy?
Exactly, and she is plainly very happy when he's around. So that's tremendous news. And the others are just normal kids, which is great. No, I just adore my children, as everybody in the world does.
Right answer. Yeah, it'd be controversial. Yeah, they're all right.
Yeah.
Because you were relatively old to become a mom, weren't you?
I was 43 when I had my first child, yes.
And weren't there some, not embarrassing incidents, but moments?
Well, yeah, quite a few times I wasn't actually taken to be their mother, but a slightly older relative. We took my daughter, Eliza, when she was about 6, she hurt her eye, and we took her to A&E with a friend of mine came because we were on holiday. And this junior doctor came in, a young sort of Australian guy, and started explaining everything to my friend. And then he turned to me and he went, "And what does Nan think?" Unsurprisingly, Nan thought he was a twat.
Now,
That happens a lot, actually.
very quickly, Colin, you're not just a very responsible dad now. You're also very into the fitness. Is it yoga you're mad on now?
Yeah, mad on it.
What? Is it?
I love it, yeah.
No, seriously?
I know.
Really...
I came in here and looked for a mat. There's a big carpet. I love it. I do it every day, yeah.
For how long?
Yeah, for an hour.
Do you do it by yourself, or does someone tell you what to do?
I do. Someone tells me what to do. Tells me in a group of people, strangers in a room.
Is it not embarrassing?
No.
Okay.
Not when I've done the things I've done that are highly embarrassing.
Breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Yeah, oh, you saw that,
Yeah, several times.
Oh, man.
I love Sharon Osbourne.
That's the worst thing about making a sex tape, is that you can't blame anyone for the bad dialogue. Glad you saw that.
Only you would have brought that up.
The reviews are in.
Now the salami thing has greater...
I saw it all.
Thank you.
Well, listen.
Yeah, yoga.
Yeah, yoga. Positions. Now, so here's the thing. In terms of fitness, I don't know if our LA contingent are aware of this man. He's called Craig Ramsey. Do you know Craig Ramsey? He's come up with these, basically, in our busy lifestyle.
You hear the silence. There was absolute silence after you said his name.
Yeah, but you don't know who he is, I'm guessing.
he?
That's what I'm going to tell you now. In case you knew who he was. But you don't, so I'll tell you. So he's basically a fitness expert, and he's come up with all these workouts you can do in 5 minutes, and it doesn't matter what you're doing. So, for instance, in the office, you can work out. These are just ways of burning
calories.
calories.
And why walk to the printer when you can grapevine? Left in front, left behind. Left in front, left behind. Let's perform it for the office. Pick up the pace.
People can waste time in the shower. This is a workout in the shower.
That's Jeremy's favourite right there.
Body warm.
You know, when you're having a manicure, and a pedicure.
96.
Manicure, pedicure. There you go.
Almost. 98, 99, and finishing it off with grace and style.
Even in the car wash.
As they're detailing
This is
that car,
impressive.
you detail the body. Light touches, full range of movement. I want to feel this in my abs, and I feel it in my calves and in my hamstrings.
This is the mantra.
Remember,
This is
it's
the
important
mantra.
for you to take care of your interior and exterior.
So
He's brilliant. I just wonder, has he got an app?
So anyway, we've been in touch with them to see if there were any easy exercises we could do in a chat show formation.
Can I just say I'm a bit worried I might have a stroke? And I'm just saying that in case I die on television. I love my husband, I love my kids, and goodbye.
I've had an aneurysm just thinking about it.
And you can get a refund for the Wimbledon Theatre. Right now, he's on Skype now, I think.
Oh, amazing.
Wow. Hello. Hi.
Hello, Graham. Hi.
We've been loving your exercises so far. Now, have you come up with ones that we can do on the show without people noticing,
Right.
just quickly?
Well, let me explain the exercise I'm going to give you today, Graham.
Okay. Can anyone else not hear him?
We can all hear him. You have had a stroke.
Do you have an exercise for the couch, Craig?
Absolutely. What a fit and fabulous bunch. All right, let's bring our booty to the front of that couch.
I have no idea what you're talking
Your
about.
ass.
Bring our back to the back of the
Booty.
seat. Come on, Sharon. Lean back a little bit. Hold on for dear life.
Yeah.
Lift up those legs.
Oh, yeah.
Nice and high for
Yeah.
me. Okay? For my good girl and my naughty girl leg.
I love you.
Can I just say...
You are a naughty girl, man.
I just interrupt. You know you haven't been to America.
Yes. That's my cake. Absolutely.
Craig, thank you very much. Bye. Right, now, Sharon Osbourne has to say, you do look amazing. You do, you look fabulous.
Thank you.
But now, you've been... You've been very forthcoming in saying that, you know, you've had a bit of help along the way.
Oh, darling, a lot.
Me too.
Yes, I can tell.
No, but it's been good. Whatever you've had done, it's good. You know, it's worked.
Yes.
Yes.
I hope.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? Sometimes
Yes.
people look terrible. But
Yes.
you don't look terrible. Oh, well. If you've had work done, really. What's the worst procedure? What was the most painful procedure?
Having my vagina tightened.
Get
It
away.
was
Did you really? Did you really?
Oh, it was just
What the-
excruciating. Excruciating.
Wow.
What did that entail?
See, look at the face.
What did that
Look.
What did that entail?
I'll show you later.
Well, in fairness, Sharon, it's only fair.
I've had my vagina tightened. I did it myself at home with a Singer sewing machine. I've been very successful.
Now, in between having surgery, Sharon has managed to write a book.
Oh, well, I did it while I was recuperating because you can't move, you see. Not for a while.
No. Now, so I read, this is your life since 2007.
Yes.
And I think, well, not that much could have happened. Oh, my God. So much has happened to you since 2007. You packed it in the time. Now, before we talk about it, can we just... So you and Ozzy, you're fine now. It's all good now.
Yes.
Which is great. I'm so pleased because, you know, Sharon and Ozzy, they've been on the show. You've talked about your marriage. And, my God, it has been tumultuous, you know.
But it's been a long time. When you've known someone 40 years and then been with them 33, a lot happens in everyone's life over that period of time.
You tried to run him over.
But he was drunk. He didn't mean it.
But all these things have happened and...
And he can't remember it.
She paid him back. She got her vagina tightened. I mean, if that's not sorry...
If that's not love...
That's not love.
I don't know what it is, right?
That's
That's
not
it.
forgiveness in
Yes.
action.
So, what amazed me is that you've been through all this, you've got through all this stuff, and then
I know,
on your
at the
30th
ninth
anniversary,
hour, I know.
it all fell apart.
Yeah.
And what was it, just that he'd relapsed, that you just couldn't?
Yeah, he'd relapsed and it was the combination again of the drugs and the drink, and it was like, no, not again. I've got 10 minutes left and I'm going to spend it like this, you know?
And he moved out, you moved out, I mean, it was over.
Yeah, I moved out. Yeah, I moved out.
And then how did you come back together again?
Because it was down to him, and he did what he was supposed to do, which is work a 12-step program and stay clean and sober, and that's what he does. And so, therefore, when you're using, you know, you don't know what you're doing. You become a monster. And he stopped because he realised what he was going to lose, not just me, but everything he would have lost.
But also, I've seen the two of you together. I cannot imagine Ozzy without you.
Do you know, he says we're like bread and butter. And that's what we are. We fit together so perfectly. We're as one. We're a team. It's 40 years. It's like... And the hardest thing I ever had to do was to walk away. But I knew if I stayed, it would have carried on. He would have stayed clean maybe a week, 2, and then it would have... Oh, she's out. All right, she's out. She'll never know I've just drunk a bottle of vodka. She won't know. Yeah. But that's how it goes.
And when did you sell all his cars? When did that happen?
When I found out that he was driving drunk, and I just sold every car he had. Because it's not him.
Yeah.
It's not him. It's everybody else.
Yeah.
So as soon as I heard that, it was like, right, nobody has a car. Get him, you know, pair of roller skates.
Yeah.
Let him get up a hill with those.
Well, I think everyone's just delighted that you are back together. Because you're right, you do seem to, you know, you're good together. We like you together. And you seem to have mellowed. Like, we don't hear stories about, like, the Tiffany boxes being sent anymore.
No, you know, you just get past all of that.
Can I just ask, did they have poo in them?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, they did.
My God.
Yes.
And I have to say, I was like, because these were things, if Sharon didn't like you, then you would get a Tiffany box. And, of course, you'd have to open a Tiffany... Even if it stank, you'd have to open a Tiffany box.
You have to open a Tiffany box. You do that white satin ribbon, you open it up, and there's one of Jack's turds. It was brilliant. And Jack used to say to me, Mummy, why do you make me poo in the box? And I'm just like, behave, Jack, keep shitting.
The homespun wisdom.
Oh, yes.
It is. Television has changed, hasn't it?
Jeremy Clarkson, you're not shy with an opinion. Has it... I mean, how badly has it backfired? How bad have reactions been?
Oh, shocking. I mean, I had to punch Piers Morgan. I broke my finger on him.
Did you really punch him?
That is a broken finger on Piers Morgan. If I don't get a round of applause for that.
Were you drunk?
I just come off Call My Bluff. You can't be more sober than that. You know, doing dictionary words. Walking, I thought, it's Piers Morgan. He is just a waste of blood and organs, that man. So, listen. Anyway, but no, my best was... I got pied.
Oh, yes.
Have you ever had a custard pie in your face? It was a...
No.
I said to her, when she got me, I was a bloody good shot. But she put too much sugar in it. It was a banoffee pie, so I thought that was quite kind.
I'd quite like that.
Who is
Exactly.
she?
She was an environmentalist.
Yes.
And she didn't like me. But actually, I had an even better bunch of environmentalists recently who threw horse crap over my garden gate into my rose bed.
That's handy.
As a protest.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Really?
Well, thanks a lot. You've just made my roses fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm going to go out and drive my Range Rover around a bit more and then come through some more.
Your garden for you.
Basically, they're fertilising my garden.
I think being environmentalists, they might have known that...
Exactly, and then shoving a rather delicious, if slightly over-sugared, custard pie in my face. So, yes, I spend most of my life being beaten up.
It's traditional, ladies and gentlemen. It is Christmas, and sure enough, there's a new Top Gear DVD in the shops.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
Unbelievable.
People
What is that?
It's a surprise for everybody.
Now, this one is called The Perfect Road Trip.
Yeah.
What's the idea this year?
Well, I remember coming up with it. We were on a mountainside in the Himalayas, cold and miserable, and sleeping in a tent where my pillow was full of wet gravel. It's really horrible. And we jokingly said, wouldn't it be good fun one day to drive from Venice to somewhere in the south of France in nice cars and stay in great hotels? And then we did. And that's it. So there's no suffering in it as such. Well, a bit, because I was made to go rally. You've done rally driving, haven't you?
I have done rally driving.
Unimaginable horror.
Actually,
It's really terrifying.
We've got a clip. We've got a clip of you do the right. So it's all lovely. It's all very sunshine, palm trees, gorgeous. But you do get to France, and the weather turns.
Yeah. Hammond, do I have to do this?
Yep. It's my thing today, and this is what we're doing.
And so, to show what a good sport I am, I obliged. Oh, God's truth. Oh, that hurts. So, discomfort. Oh, that's just horrible. Danger, misery, cold. Slithering around at 21 miles an hour. Oh, no! I've just had a brown shower. That really was the final straw.
It is terrible. But have you done that before?
Rally driving, yes. There's no friction. Anyone can do that as a witch. Could you do it? I'm not saying you're a witch, but I presume you couldn't.
Well, I am a bloody witch. Could I do what?
Rally driving, when you did it.
Yeah, I mean, I've got
slithers
my
about.
international rally driving licence. So
Have you?
I have, yeah.
We've got a picture of you rally driving, actually. Here we go. Yeah.
That's me.
It's important to keep yourself entertained.
Joe, when you're behind the wheel, do you suffer from road rage?
Yeah. Yeah, don't you?
No.
You do, Jeremy.
No, never.
You tweet about it.
No, well, I just put them on Twitter. I put their number plates on Twitter.
Oh. Who was the cab driver you had? Did you have who would road rage?
Well, I was getting a cab back from a gig in Hackney, and we were sat at the traffic lights, and this car hit us up the arse and then just drove off, because that's how it works in Hackney, apparently. And the cab driver turned to me and just he said the words that I've been wanting to hear my whole life. He went, do you mind if we chase him, love? And I was like, absolutely not.
That's brilliant.
And we went on a car chase in Hackney for half an hour. It's brilliant.
It's proper.
Really fast, wrong way up one-way streets, absolutely brilliant. And then sadly we lost this car and he goes, I'll have to drive you back to South London. 150 quid that cab cost.
It is time for some music before we hear this week's stories in the Big Red Chair performing their latest single, Afterlife, from the international #1 album, Reflector. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Arcade Fire!
Afterlife. Oh my God, what an awful word. After all the breath and the dirt and the fires that burn, and after all this time, and after all the ambulances go, and after all the hangers-on are done hanging on in the dead light of the afterglow, I've gotta know, can we work it out? Scream and shout, till we work it out. Can we just work it out? Scream and shout, till we work it out. 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 Afterlife. I think I saw what happens next. Oh, it was just a glimpse of you, like looking through a window or shallow sea. Could you see me? After all this time, it's like nothing else we used to know. And after all the hangers-on are done hanging on in the dead light of the afterglow, I've gotta know, can we work it out? So scream and shout, till we work it out. Can we just work it out? So scream and shout, till we work it out. But you say, when love is gone, where does it go? And you say, when love is gone, where does it go? And where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? And after this, can it last another night? After all the bad advice had nothing at all to do with life, I've gotta know, can we work it out? So scream and shout, till we work it out. Can we just work it out? Scream and shout, till
sit down. Shove up, shove up, shove up.
Hi, how you doing? How you doing?
It's Win and Will.
Good evening.
I'm right. Win and Will, right?
Yes.
Win and Will Butler. Very good. Congratulations. You single off the new album Reflector, which has done so well. It's number one everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well done, you. Hats off. Now you are the representatives of Arcade Fire.
Yeah,
on,
we're there.
on
We
Earth.
sent. It's kind of like we've landed on foreign shores. You send the representatives to
make peace.
The natives to.
Yeah. I think Sharon's our leader.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. I'm designating you. So now you've been doing some gigs here. You were in Blackpool. Were you in Blackpool?
Yes.
Blackpool. Yeah.
All the hot spots.
Yeah, I tell you.
You know, they made a fake tower in Paris. It looks just like the one in Blackpool. It's crazy. Way less beautiful, though.
Now, I love Arcade Fire because you put on a show. So many bands don't bother. And look at you. You're dressed up, you've painted your face and everything.
I did this so I can sleep during the interview, so...
See, tips you should have learned, everyone. Anyway, thank you very much for coming.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
And all your band
Yeah.
and everything. It sounded great.
Thank you.
Now, before we go tonight, just time for a story in the red chair. So, who will be there?
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, don't stress. It's all fine. Now, what's your name?
Lettuce.
That's just stupid. I mean, you'd change it. You'd change it.
Ridiculous.
I think she has.
So, who's next now that we've tossed the letters? Toss the letters! We tossed the letters! I just thought of it. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. What's your name?
Nathan.
Nathan, that's fine. And what do you do, Nathan?
Sales.
What do you sell?
I sell holidays.
Oh, so you're like a travel agent. but thanks for detailing it. So, off you go with the story, Nathan.
Okay, well, I'm quite a big Clarkson fan, actually. Basically, I like going out for drives.
Yes.
And one day I just thought, well, it would be nice to go to the Cotswolds, and I went to Clarkson's house and just drove up and down a few times trying to see him, and I didn't.
Man's a stalker. Oh, he's a stalker. He's sitting there. He's actually stalking me.
It is annoying if people do it to you.
Did he throw horse shit into my garden? In which case, you can go back on the chair again.
Who's next? Who's next? Quick.
We've got Sheila.
Hello, Sheila.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Very good. And what do you do, Sheila?
I'm a health promotion officer.
So many interesting jobs tonight.
I can get you doing exercise like you were talking about
Oh,
earlier.
really?
Yeah, get
Can
your
we
legs
see-
in the air.
Can we see your naughty girl?
I will be getting my legs in the air.
She just asked you to get your legs in the air in a very saucy manner, by the way.
Yes, she did. Right, Sheila. Sheila is your name, and off you go with your tale.
OK, one of your guests invited my daughter to a Halloween party when she was about 13, so you have this vision of apple bobbing and spiders, so off we go, and there's security guards and dogs and big black hands blowing up 10 foot either side of the front door, and you go in the house and there's all ghouls and ghosts, and my daughter by this time is terrified. Where's the apple bobbing? And then vision, cue the music, and out of the ghouls and monsters comes a nun. Does anybody recognise
Is that you?
this sound?
Sharon Osbourne?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, it was Sharon.
There's another stalker.
Yes. Why were you invited to her party?
Because our kids were at school together.
Kids were playing together.
Oh, well done. It was dull. Dull. Wasn't really a story at all. Well done, everyone. If you'd like to join the love show and have a go in the big red chair, you can. It's easy. Contact us via our website at this very address. Thank you to my guests tonight. Arcade Fire, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Brown, Jeremy Clarkson, Sharon Osbourne, and Mr. Colin Farrell. Join me next week with pop legend Sir Cliff Richard, composer Andrew Lloyd Webber, comedian Harry Hill, Bake Off Queen Mary Berry, and homegrown movie star Daniel Radcliffe. I'll see you then. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
is delicious.
Thank you.
But, Harry, I'm not so sure about yours. The filling has gone right off.
Well...
Charming. Let's start the show! Tonight we've got all your favourite stars on one sofa. Top actor Daniel Radcliffe is here, ladies and gentlemen. I love Daniel Radcliffe. TV burp star Harry Hill is on the show. The queen of all the baking, Mary Berry, is here. Oh. Plus, later in the show, we've got one Lord of Leaping, Andrew Lloyd Webber is here. Steady, ladies. We'll have music and chat from the legend that is Sir Cliff Richard, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry you're hungover now, aren't you? Yeah. Now, Cliff will be performing a track from his new album, which is, ladies and gentlemen, his 100th album. He has done 100 albums. I know. I'll tell you, that is an achievement. It really is. And in true rock and roll style, Cliff celebrated by trashing his hotel room. Yeah, he did. Yeah. See, look. See. He put the cushion back all wonky. Do you see? Should be off centre. He's mad. He's wild. He left a huge tip, though. He did, yeah. Looking forward to seeing Andrew Lloyd Webber again. Now, he recently brought back The Wizard of Oz to the London stage. And it was hard to cast, I'll tell you that. I mean, I helped him find a Dorothy, but the Scarecrow, ladies and gentlemen, where's he going to find someone you'll really believe when they sing If I Only Had a Brain? The search is over. Andrew will be talking about his new musical, Stephen Ward. Now, it's all about the Profumo affair in the 60s, where a call girl had an affair with a cabinet minister. And why not? I mean, members of the cabinet are so sexy, right? Right? I'm guessing lights on is extra. So, I am delighted to welcome the wonderful Harry Hill. Harry, too, has written a new musical. Now, I wonder whose musical will be best, Harry Hill's or Andrew Lloyd Webber's? There's only one way to find out. Fight! You'd love it if that actually happened. Harry's musical is all about the X Factor. Yeah. It's called I Can't Sing and will feature Simon Cowell. Wonder what it'll sound like. Gotta feed that baby. Now, always a pleasure to welcome film star Daniel Radcliffe back to the show. And of course, he's not just done films. Oh no, Daniel's also appeared in a musical. Looking good. Cliff's appeared in a musical. Hey, looking good. Even I've appeared in a musical. Hey. Ho. Let's get some guests on! The Hills Alive with the sound of music, it's Harry Hill! Yay! Yay! Hello, sir. Welcome. Sit yourself down. She makes food, glorious food. It's Mary Berry! Oh, there you are. Hello. There you go, Mary, Harry. And it's an actor's life for him. It's Daniel Radcliffe! Woo! Hi. Sit yourself down. Welcome all, Sit. You look so smart. What a smart cat. Well, I say smart. Daniel.
Yes.
What's going on?
We should probably address my hair, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, this is what my head looks like now, which I'm seeing on a screen for the first time.
Don't look.
I'm filming Frankenstein at the moment, and I'm playing Igor, and this is what Igor's hair looks like.
But that's not your hair, is it?
No, it's extensions.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Mary, look at Mary, she's all over it like a rat. She's in there. I thought she was grooming you like a monkey. She was like,
You did have a little play around backstage, actually.
Can we change the subject, please?
Now, Mary Berry, we've been out here for... How long have we been here? About, I don't know, 30 seconds, probably. So I think it's time. So, Harry, if you want one of those.
Yes.
If you want one, Mary. And, there you go.
Thank you very much.
So, Mary, what have you brought us?
I brought you nothing.
Why did I come?
I know. Well, I forgot to buy your book.
I haven't brought you a cake today.
Just a reminder, I must... yes, I've bought Mary... Would you mind signing for my mum your book?
Certainly.
To Jan.
To Jan.
To Jan.
Does she bake?
Well, yes. She actually baked our wedding cake when I married my wife.
Oh.
I say married, we haven't actually got the papers through from the Philippines yet, but... She did bake it. It's to Jan. Keep trying. Keep baking. And she baked this wedding cake, and she phoned me up and said, "Oh, how's the wedding cake coming on?" She said, "Oh, I baked it, and it split in two in the oven."
Oh.
Which is not a great omen, I don't think.
You can always put them together again, you know. Nobody will know when the icing goes on top.
Yeah, well, that's what she did. She put some sticks to keep the two, some chopsticks, and filled the gap with fudge.
That's delicious.
Thanks, Lloyd. That'll make the day.
This is a proper pen. It's a real pen. It's very good. It's very posh.
Thank you for the compliments on the pen. But we're still married. we're still married. It's been 3 weeks now.
Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. And look, Harry Hill down the end, obviously we know him from TV Burp, but he's here tonight, not as a television star, he's here tonight as a movie star.
Yes, I'm going to be a big movie star, Daniel.
Yes.
Is there room for one more?
Oh, yes, always.
You're in a movie called The Harry Hill Movie.
Yeah, we agonised for a long time. No, I mean, we did have quite a few ideas for what to call it. You know, I mean, it is a bit Route One, the Harry Hill movie. In the end, we had a competition with the team, the crew, because we couldn't really come up with it. And so we said, if anyone can come up with a better title than that, they would win £100. Mary, yes, look at the face on it.
That's a lot.
Is it spoken? No, well, so the entries we got, a lot of them were rude. So one, yes, it's the crew, basically, it's an anonymous ballot. So one was Slaphead Goes on Holiday, and one was just The Catering's Crap.
Oh. I was saying, we went pretty Route One with the Harry Potter titles. I mean, they were all Harry Potter and The Thing, which the thing is about.
Yeah, well, that's what we thought. That's why we've done it. We're hoping it's going to be part of a big new franchise.
For your fans, it makes it clear.
Do you think I'll be all right, Mary?
I think you'll be better.
Now, Daniel Radcliffe. What we love about you've done such a great job of kind of choosing different films. You're so busy. Thanks. And you've made a great choice with the new movie, Kill Your Darlings.
Yes.
It really is a great piece of work, and
Thank
you're
you very
fantastic
much.
in it. You should be really proud of yourself. And it's this weird thing. It's a true story.
Yeah.
And you would think we would all know this story.
You really would.
And yet we don't. Tell us a bit about the story and maybe why we don't know it.
Yeah, I mean, the story is about my character. I play Allen Ginsberg in the film. He goes to Columbia University and meets Lucien Carr. Lucien was sort of a founder member of the Beat movement that no one's really heard of. And after Allen fell very madly in love with him, Lucien then murdered an older man who he was also involved with. This is all a true story. And it's sort of about how that murder formed what became, or sort of helped to form the Beat generation in a way. And it was suppressed, this story, for the best part of 60 years by Lucien Carr, who, when you see the film, you will understand why he wanted the story suppressed.
And you I'm guessing you were offered the part, but you didn't say yes.
Well, I mean, it's a funny thing when you're coming out of a big franchise, you know that your name carries a certain amount of value to it for a certain while for reasons other than acting. And I want to make sure that the director who's working with me wants me to be there for the right reasons and knows what he's getting. So I asked to audition and, you know, he saw me and didn't hate it, and now we've made the film, so it was all good.
That is all good. It's so weird talking to you with that hair.
Yeah, I feel like kind of we're all getting used to it together tonight.
Because I'm actually thinking, what pretty eyes he has.
Oh, thank you. Well, that's great. I can only...
Framed and...
I can only hope more people are thinking that, and not thinking what I thought when I first had it done, which was I look like a young Charles Manson.
Good for Igor. Let's watch a clip. This is a brief bit of your character kind of being introduced into kind of the decadent side of New York.
Yeah.
What do you hate from the pit of your gut?
Institutions.
Paterson, New Jersey.
My father.
Bingo.
And Shakespeare. All right. Extraordinary men propel society forward. It is our duty to break the law.
Really?
It's how we make the world wider.
You are an extraordinary man.
Oh, thank you.
Outside of the murder element of the story, what I loved was that. Yeah. That thing of going to college and you're thinking things for the first time and finding your tribe and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, it struck me watching it that, of course, you missed out on that.
Well, I didn't go to university in that sense, but I do felt like I very much found my tribe or whatever when I fell into the film industry. Like, I really... That was definitely a moment where I was suddenly somewhere new and I felt like I belonged for the first time.
Yeah.
But you're right, this is a film about these guys who went to university and had that moment that I think a lot of people have where they go to university and want to change the world and do great things, and these the great thing about these guys is they actually did.
Yeah, no, that's the difference between everyone else's life and theirs.
Well, yeah, but it was only like, there wasn't anything...
Yeah.
It's nothing that somebody else couldn't do, necessarily.
Wow. You can chill red wine. But some people do go back. I mean, even Emma went back, and Natalie Portman went back. And would you ever... Because I bet you would love university.
I mean, a lot of people say that to me, but I just... I love filming. Like, I love film sets and being on them and doing plays or whatever. Like, I love my job, and so it would mean taking time out of that. Maybe there'll come a time where I don't like my job as much, but I can't see that happening. But no, I lucked out. I make no bones about it.
No, yours is like that kid's dream coming true.
Yeah, I got an amazing job and something I love doing, and it's just like, it's sort of like every job I do, I think, is somebody gonna stop me from doing this one day? Because that would be terrible. I'm just like...
I would only say, in mitigation, the price you're paying is the hair. That's the price you're paying for your dream coming true. Because, Harry, at school, you were a bit of a geek. Because the thing is, Harry, and this isn't a joke, I mean, you are a fully qualified doctor.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't done it for a long time. But, yeah, I did.
Are you really? A medical doctor?
Yeah, I was a doctor for a couple of years.
What complaints have we got?
Well, I mean, but do you bump into consultants and they kind of go, so, what are you up to? And you have to tell them that you're working with a blue cat.
Well, I remember saying to my teacher, Dr. Shipman, I said to him... cut that
out. So imagine there's a medical emergency. For instance, I don't know, Mary might slip into a diabetic coma or something after cake.
You don't eat all those cakes, Mary, do you?
Well, when I'm judging, I have a good piece of cake, because otherwise, how can I tell? And also, remember, when I'm tasting all the cakes, their mothers and their aunties and their best friends are looking, and if I haven't tasted every one properly, even if it's really burnt, I've got to try.
But in one episode, how many bits of cake would you eat in an episode?
It just depends how many bakers we've got left.
OK, so first episode, episode 1.
I would have thought it must have been about 40.
Do you think, Mary, that you might have worms?
He's a trained doctor. He's a trained doctor.
Do you have an itchy bottom?
But no, but if anyone had a medical emergency, I said, is there a doctor? Would you step forward? Would you go, I am?
Not now, no. I mean, I have done that. You know, I was on a plane once coming back from Amsterdam. It was a book thing, you know, it wasn't recreational. And they did make this announcement, you know, is any doctors on board? And I thought, well, I won't put my hand up. But in the end, they came over to me and said, oh, Harry, you know, there's someone. So I walked up the back of the plane, and basically it was someone who had overdosed on, basically, you know, what people go to Amsterdam for.
And what did you do?
Not the Anne Frank Museum. And was having a panic attack. So I just sort of went and put a calming hand on their shoulder. But anyway, as I walked back to my seat, the entire aircraft applauded.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
They're loving it. They're loving it. Now, Mary Berry, we must talk about Bake Off briefly, because it's bigger than ever. Is it next year it's moving to BBC One?
It's moving to BBC One, and we had 9 million of you watched it.
Wow. And now, did you and Paul, did you get consulted about the move to BBC One? Or did they just come in and tell you?
We were told that we may move to BBC One, but we weren't consulted. It was a BBC decision.
Okay. You're getting more money, Mary.
I haven't heard, but it would be nice, wouldn't it? Can I mention your name?
Don't mention my name. But you should get more money.
Thank you for telling me that.
Okay. Yeah,
Tomorrow
really,
morning.
Seriously. Now, at the final, obviously 9 million of us watched that final. Now, can we be honest, Mary? The final bit of the final, those wedding cakes, they were piss poor, weren't they? Look at that! That's the winner! That's the winner! It looks like she tripped with a bowl of potpourri!
It was very pretty, and remember, you don't taste it.
It didn't photograph well, I'll tell you that, Mary. Look, it's not even or anything. Look, it's all slopey and... Oh.
She doesn't look very happy.
No, even she's thinking, I'm never going to win with this. And then she saw the other ones. When you gave them the challenge, I thought, this is going to be amazing. What these amateur bakers are going to do with the wedding cake, I thought, I'll be blown away. And I was like, really? That's it?
Because it takes a long time to make a wedding cake.
Yes, that's
and they
true.
had
Longer than they had.
Exactly.
Yes.
Because, of course, somebody who's making a wedding cake, it will take them hours and hours and
I'm
hours.
going to tell my mum that.
Well, your mum's still sticking it together.
Daniel, do you cook at all? You don't do anything.
It's really embarrassing. We shouldn't have this conversation in front of
we
Mary
won't.
Berry.
Okay.
It would just be an exercise in humiliation.
I feel as though I ought to just...
I know, you've got to pull away.
That's what he looks like.
It's like trying to talk to Oz. Like
It's very soft, isn't it?
Thank you. It's real dead human beings' hair.
Is it yours?
No, it's from I assume a dead person or a person that donated their hair.
Well, somebody donated their hair. Someone who's had their hair cut off.
Well,
Yes. It was found on a floor. But the thing is, Mary Berry, it's not just the baking things. Famously, your clothes, you've now become this fashion icon thing. No, but it's true. You wear something on the show and it sells. Is this not, I'm not making this up, am I?
Well, I think often when people are as old as I am, they wear rather dull things. And on the programme, I always try and have lots of different coloured jackets in bright colours and fun colours, and I think that cheers you up. Because a lot of people, that wear grey and black and things, when you're old, I think.
But you've got a nice sparkle tonight.
Yeah.
Well.
See, people will be Googling that dress, and tomorrow, out of the shops. Out of the shops.
And also, I try to dress that is suitable for my age. You know, I don't like very short skirts or having bare arms, because Paul Hollywood always says, you've got a bit of flab here, you see, I want to cover that up. He wasn't just meaning me, he was meaning people of my age. Oh.
No, so the thing is, people will obviously flock to your film, Daniel. What I'm saying is, a quote on the poster from Mary Berry.
Yep.
That will sell tickets.
What we should have called it was Mary Berry the movie.
Yes! That's true. No, just make up a quote from Mary Berry. Something she says tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Say great.
Great.
Perfect.
There you go. Yeah. Great.
Mary Berry.
Yeah. Nice buns. But now, there are buns buns in the film, in fairness, there are. And I was good, I didn't even talk about them.
No, you didn't.
No, I
You
didn't.
almost didn't.
And I'm not going to now. No, we're drawing a veil. Actually, there weren't as many buns as I thought there'd be. No, because you talked about it previously, and I thought it was going to be naked all the time.
I know.
Very soupçon.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no.
We're trying to be tasteful.
No, it was very tasteful. It was beautifully done. Now, Mary Berry is selling something this year, though. A book, which I know somebody's mother is getting for Christmas. This is Recipe for Life, the autobiography. And it's your life story. And what's it... Because you are so vital and so kind of the moment and this huge television star. I don't know how to put this, but I suppose what's surprising is the beginning of the book is like history. I mean, it's quite long. I mean, it's... Now I feel like Paul Hollywood. I feel terrible. I feel like I'm being rude. But no, but when you look at the pictures and things, it just seems very...
Well, of course, I'm almost a wartime baby, and so it's quite... it was very frugal in those days. We didn't have much.
I mean, this looks like you're filming Jude the Obscure or something. It seems unbelievable.
But those were farm holidays, you see. We never stayed in a hotel. We used to camp and have farm holidays, and I loved them.
And I should say, there is one picture in here that looks like a still from Harry Hill, the movie. Look at that. Isn't that amazing?
Now, I remember that. Dad was very keen on photography, and that was our Siamese cat. And he put on the end of that straw a piece of meat. And that is why the cat is doing that.
It doesn't like milk at all, then? Is that what you're saying?
You couldn't get it from a straw, could it?
No, I like the way... I just thought your mother was very posh. Your mother was very posh and go, I'm not having that cat licking a saucer. Use a straw like the rest of the children. But very briefly, let's talk about... Because your personal life's in here, too. Yeah, your husband. He wooed you. I mean, how many times did he ask you to marry him?
Quite a few times, because he was a rugger player, and he always used to go to the pub afterwards, and then he would sort of suggest that he might marry me, and I was never too sure that perhaps whether he was drunk, but I'm sure he was. But eventually, he went to ask my father's hand, to my father to ask my hand.
He must have been drunk. Different times. Now that could happen, but then...
He went to see my father, and as he drove into the drive, we lived in Bath, and he drove into the drive, and he ran over one of my father's doves. And it was dead. And my father came out of the double doors, evidently. I wasn't there. And he said, "You silly fool." And so Paul was quite quick, and he thought, perhaps I won't ask. No. So he came back the next weekend, and he was working for Harbours of Bristol, and he came back with a bin end in a box of wine and things, and he sort of dumped that on the door, asked for my hand, and, of course, now we are married.
Ah, happy ending.
What happened to the dove? You weren't tempted to put it in a white wine sauce and...
I could have done, but I was in London, you see. But we've been married 46 years.
What I love about this story is that's one of the poshest anecdotes we've ever had on the show, involving a driveway, some double doors, and a dead dove. The dove was buried just beneath the ha-ha. It was...
It's true, then.
Now, we can't let Mary go without celebrating one of our favourite websites, which is Cake Rex. I'm sure you've seen this. It's where people have taken pictures, and these are real cakes they've ordered and they've paid for. And it's a standard thing of you order the cake, and it goes wrong, I think, with the person who answers the phone in the bakery. Right. You'll get the idea. So, for instance, here's a classic. Thanks for a great year in purple.
And it's in blue.
And yet, they've got it so wrong, it's not in purple. This is another, again, very straightforward one. On the phone, what do you want on top of your cake? Happy birthday with balloons and crap like that on it. So they say to you, what do you want on your cake? I want sprinkles. Okay, but now here's the thing. Nothing can go wrong. Nothing can go wrong. You go in with a memory stick and you just say, can you put this on a cake?
Oh, no. they did a pretty good job
No,
with that.
it's nicely executed. These are a couple of cake designs with a skill. Skill is not the issue, but I think taste has gone wrong. I mean, who is going to be the first person to cut into this cake?
That's incredible. Sort of roasted dog.
Yeah.
And listen, you know, you think a cake's a cake. Who wouldn't want to eat a nice slice of cake? Wait till you see this cake.
No, thank you.
That's a cake. Suddenly, you know what? I'm full. I'm full. And finally, surely there's nothing nicer than a cake to celebrate the arrival of a baby. Well, not all the cakes. There you go. We're clapping. We're clapping. We've talked too long. We must hurry up. Harry Hill, you made a film. This is a Harry Hill movie. We know that. It's out on the 20th of December. And we don't want to spoil it for people, but a little précis of the plot?
Well, it's based on a true story. It's about me living at home with my nan, played by Julie Walters. And our hamster is given only a week to live by the vet, played by Simon Bird. So we take him, I ask him what he wants to do. And I think that he says, go to Blackpool. But because I don't speak much hamster, I don't know if you speak any, very similar to guinea pig. He actually says, I want to go and want to meet Rihanna. But I misinterpret it. And we head off on a trip to Blackpool, and on the way he gets exposed to radiation and becomes 150 feet tall. And I fall in love with a girl covered in shells, played by Sheridan Smith. And I'm fighting my evil twin brother, Otto, who was separated from me at a very young age and was brought up by Alsatians. Played by Matt Lucas. As I say, it's based on a true story.
Yeah.
And it's a story that needed to be told.
But it's a simple theme, really, isn't it?
Yeah, ideal for Christmas.
And have you tried it at an audiences yet?
Oh well, we did have a test screening, yeah, which actually was really good. But there's always you know about test screenings. They have them in front of you play the rough cut of the film in front of an audience.
Yes.
And one lady said, because the hamster is supposed to be my childhood hamster, so technically the hamster would be about 30 years old, I suppose. And we all know hamsters only live to about 3. And she goes, hang on a minute, how old's this hamster supposed to be? Hamster? Well, you know, she said it'd make a lot more sense if it was a tortoise that was exposed to radiation and was 150 feet tall. So it was really, really useful.
Well, there was.
Yeah.
And there are special effects, but some of the things in it are real. Now,
Yes.
I don't know how to say this. Dachshund.
The Dachshund 5. It's a Jackson 5 tribute band. You like Dachshunds, don't you?
I like Dachshunds. I certainly do.
This is 5 of them. Michael Dachshund, Tito Dachshund, Ray Dachshund. And they've got little afros.
Here they are. I've got a picture of them.
There they are.
And they're real.
They are real Dachshunds. They're wearing wigs.
Oh,
they're wearing wigs.
Yes, I get it.
And they dance around to... Look, he's moonwalking, that one. Look.
We had a Dachshund when I was a child, and my father used to, because there was petrol rationing, he had a motorbike, and Rupert used to be put inside his jacket and the buttons done up, and he would drive to work in Bath with Rupert the Dachshund inside his coat. Can you imagine? No. You'd be stopped now, wouldn't you?
You would be stopped now, and rightly so, Mary. I don't think that's political correctness gone mad. I think that's just some sense. Well, listen, we've got a taster. This is a taster of just some of what you can expect. And I think calling it the Harry Hill movie was a good idea, because it is the Harry Hill movie. It really is the Harry Hill movie.
Get ready for the story of 2 brothers. One raised by his nan. The other by wild animals.
So he was brought up by Alsatians?
Oh, yes. I know it's more common than you'd think.
Have you any idea what it's like to have to lick your own bum just to fit in?
What?
And the fight for their hamster.
Abu, you all right?
Join the adventure on the big screen.
Nan, how many times? No stripograms on a weeknight.
It looks amazing. Yeah. It looks amazing. simply, he is the most successful composer of musicals the world has ever known. Please welcome Andrew Lloyd Webber! Hello. How are you? Lovely to see you. Excellent. Come in and meet everybody. Andrew. Mary, Harry. We'll shuffle down behind a little bit. There we go. Room for all. Now, Andrew, it's exciting times because the West End is welcoming a brand new Andrew Lloyd Webber musical. Stephen Ward, I saw the very first preview and I just loved it. I thought it was great. But for a first preview, it seemed so slick and done. Are you changing a lot between now and the opening night?
No.
Oh, OK. Very nice.
Not really. Hopefully not. Although there's a book about Stephen Ward that's just come out last week, which says that he was murdered, which means that I'm going to have to change the end if it's true.
Yeah,
that is extremely irritating. Anyway, no, it's...
And it opens on the 19th of December.
Yes.
And it reunites you with the Sunset Boulevard team.
Yep, Chris Hampton and Don Black. And exciting for me, really, because Sunset was one of my favourites, actually. And I don't know, Stephen Ward is a grown-up subject. It ain't Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
No.
And I think it's time, really, for, I for a long time wanted to take a subject that was a little out of the ordinary. I didn't know, when I started work on this one, exactly the hornet's nest that I was going to stir up. I mean, I hadn't a clue, that there was really quite so much anger about what happened to him. And all of the various... I guess most people know that it's really about the guy who was the scapegoat for the Profumo affair.
Which brought the government down.
Which brought the government down. But actually, the Profumo affair is a tiny little bit of our story. It's only about, I think, 100 seconds of stage time. Wow. It's about, really, how the establishment, in a kind of way, closed ranks, and they had to find a scapegoat. And it was this man, Stephen Ward. And one sees it all the time, again and again and again. It's happening around us now.
And in case you're thinking it sounds a little dry, I tell you, it does break taboos. I can't remember another West End musical that featured a full-on orgy.
Yes, well, I thought you enjoyed that bit quite a bit.
I did. I mean, everyone did.
Yes, I know.
Yes.
And we have a little bit of... Well, look,
what's the song? What's the orgy
it's
song?
Called You've Never Had It So Good. It was You Never Had It So Good was the Conservative Party's election slogan for a while, and Private Eye, who was starting that, they brilliantly came up with You've Never Had It So Often. So our song uses both lines.
And this was all at Clifton, at the cottage by the water?
Well, some of it was. I mean, actually, Stephen Ward rented a cottage off Vikenhaster,
yes.
And it was indeed by the water.
I've been there, since you can now...
All right, Mary, back off. That's on in the book.
With this orgy, you weren't tempted to do one of those Looking for Maria-type TV shows where you could...
there was one moment, where we couldn't find a girl for Mandy Rice Davis, who, by the way, is a fascinating person to meet. I mean, she's really, really extraordinary. We couldn't find a kid for that. And I very nearly rang Graham and said, shall we do a late-night TV programme, sort of see whether we could find a kid?
Fantastic.
But it didn't happen, and I did find one.
Or cruise the web.
Yep.
Now, we've got an exclusive little clip. This is Christine and Mandy. Basically, they're in Stephen Ward's flat, and they're celebrating the end of their innocence.
No more old farts with middle-aged wives, and no more white boys running our lives. No more posh gifts and no more rough trade. We just use our heads and we've got it made. No more bad times, last year was a bitch. We must find new ways of scratching that itch.
Well, listen, it opens on the 19th. I hope it's a hit. It deserves to be a hit. And Andrew, if you're looking for another subject for musical, may I suggest The Bake Off? It's seriously, wouldn't that be a good musical, The Bake Off?
What should we call it?
Bake Off. People want to know what they're going to see.
What, the Bake of Mormon, maybe?
Bake of Mormon, I like it. Yes.
Or just cakes, like you had cats.
Cakes, yes. This musical will rise and rise.
There's Victoria Sponge.
Right, let's get started.
No, honestly, it's a good idea because there's people cry. It's fantastic. It's good. Right, it is music time, everyone. Ladies, are you ready? Mary, steady your nerves. Performing the song "Fabulous" from his new album, it is the one and only Sir Cliff Richard.
Well, I always knew I was crazy for you, but now I know you thrill me so. If this is love, well, it's fabulous. Your lips close to mine, I had chills up my spine, and when we touch, I thrill so much. If this is love, well, it's fabulous. Well, I read in a book about love and its charms, but I never knew until I held you in my arms. When I hold you tight, well, I know I'm right, 'cause only you can do what you do. If this is love, well, it's fabulous. Well, I always knew I was crazy for you, but now I know you thrill me so. If this is love, well, it's fabulous. Take it away. Well, I know I'm right, 'cause only you can do what you do. If this is love, well, it's fabulous. If this is love, fabulous. If this is love, well, it's fabulous.
Great job. Thank you so much. Come in. Why don't you say beside Mary? So beside Mary.
Guys, love John, Mary.
There you go. Lovely.
Oh, how you doing?
Right.
Now, of course, that was from the new album, your 100th album.
Yeah.
The Fabulous Rock and Roll Songbook. Oh, look, somebody bought one. Look, she's waving it at you. There you go.
Well.
Yeah, unless she's trying to sell it, I'm not sure. And 100th album, and I was talking to you on the radio, and you're going to tour it. You're going to do shows.
Yeah, well, I've been doing a show since January, and an interesting thing is, although there's a DVD out, I actually tested...
Is there a DVD out? Oh, live in Sydney. There we go, yeah.
I hadn't actually recorded the album, but I wanted to test some of the songs. So 5 of the songs, including Fabulous, I tried it out on audiences, and the reaction was terrific, so I thought, OK, go. And by the way, do you know any more corpses? I need some hair like that.
I can definitely get you the number of somebody who does know whether a
I just had my hair chopped off because they all start saying my hair was a wig. So I thought, well, I'll cut it short and see what they think now.
They think it's a short wig.
Mind you, it took me a short wig.
Now, we must address something, Sir Cliff, because there were some rumours this year. There were some rumours, and people got very upset. There was a rumour that there would be no Sir Cliff Richard calendar 2014. But happiness.
I don't know where they get...
In that little cupboard, he has his hidey hole.
Here it is.
Oh, wow.
It exists, ladies and gentlemen. It's available. It's the Cliff Richard official 2014 calendar. Now, I have to say, you look very happy there, but guessing where you're standing, possibly suicidal.
That's really dangerous.
That's really dangerous.
Actually,
Yeah.
there's an awful advertising.
There
There's
is.
an
Yeah, don't play I Spy.
Yes.
And I was thinking train.
I bet you were.
But I was also listening out.
Now, it's what you want, ladies and gentlemen. It's what you want in a Cliff Richard calendar. There's lots of nice traditional poses. There's the Cliff Richard lean. Now, I like this one because actually you're not leaning against anything, I don't think. You've just chosen to lean.
Yeah, but there was a pillar there.
Oh, there was?
Yeah, they cropped it.
Oh, how annoying.
And one hand on your keys, I see there.
Yes. Then we've got the traditional wooden fence denim lean.
Yes.
Which is-
Well, denim is very much part of rock and roll.
Of course.
It is rock and roll.
Yes, as is leaning. Now, April, he's gone for a very radical lean in April. He's in a street and he's going, what am I leaning on? Am I leaning? Am I leaning? Am I falling?
That's
what am
air
I doing?
guitar. Did you not see you know, we ended the song with a...
I mean, fool.
It's called air playing.
It was in a street context. I
It
didn't
was a
recognise
national
this.
main street.
Yeah. It was in a bunch.
There were
That's
only
true.
lights on that night.
Yeah. And then, May, ladies and gentlemen, we are in very, very familiar territory. It is everyone's favourite. It is the foot-on-tree lean. Foot-on-tree lean. Now, when you're doing the calendar, do you talk about it like this? Do you kind of go, OK, which lean am I doing?
It varies, really. I mean, I think the reason why the rumours got out that I'm not going to do any more is probably because it's true. No, not completely.
What?
It's just that I'm running... You've hit the nail on the head. How many shapes can I pull with this body?
About 6.
How many ways... Yeah, but for the next calendar, we need you.
But now, ladies and gentlemen, excited as we are that the calendar is out, that's very exciting. I come with... This is upsetting news. As you know, you've been doing... This is your 35th calendar.
Is it my 35th?
I think it's your 35th. You have sold millions and millions and millions of calendars. Year in, year out, Cliff, top of the calendar charts, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. This year.
Number 2 this year.
No.
Yeah, but you know...
Those pesky One Direction boys.
Yeah, but you know, what must they feel like if the number 2 is 73 years old?
Also, I'm just thinking, Cliff, those One Direction fans, they don't need a calendar. What are they doing? They're going to school, they've been driven to dance class. That's it. They don't know. Your fans need calendars. They've got doctor's appointments, dentists, cat to the vet. They need them.
Is there anything going to happen to that calendar? It's just that it's Christmas and my mum.
Oh, my God. I don't think I've ever done this on television.
That's lovely.
Actually, while the calendar's there, Mary, could you grab the calendar? Harry, could you give the calendar to Mary, please?
Oh, yes.
Because if you're seen with it, just look like you're enjoying it.
I think it's lovely.
Yeah, there you go.
There's a calendar.
It'll be number 1 now. That will sell now, Cliff. It will sell. It will. Listen, good luck with the calendar, the album, the DVD, the tour. Ladies and gentlemen, please thank my guest tonight, Mr. Harry Hill. Sir Cliff Richard. Mary Day. Daniel Radcliffe. And Lord Lloyd Webber. Join me next week with musician, music guest Jessie J, campaigning chef Jamie Oliver, Hobbit star Martin Freeman, and comedy great Ben Stiller. I'll see you then. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye. tonight is the star of the new Walter Mitty film about a man who spent his life daydreaming. You know, sometimes I wish I was just an ordinary member of the audience. You know, like you. You know, just like a really ordinary normal person. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine it? Can you imagine it? Try to imagine it. Try to imagine it. Imagine it. Imagine it. Imagine it. Imagine it. Read it.
Let's start the show!
Yes! Cavalcade of talent I have on the sofa tonight. One of the funniest stars in Hollywood, the brilliant Ben Stiller is here, ladies and gentlemen. I know! Bilbo Baggins himself, Martin Freeman is here. Yes! Foodie guru Jamie Oliver is on the show. Yeah! Plus, we've got music from Rebecca Ferguson. Yay! Oh. I'm looking forward to meeting Jamie Oliver. Here he is. There he is. Oh, see, he loves doing a selfie. Loves doing a selfie. And is there anyone who loves a selfie more than him? Seriously? Yeah, Cameron Obama and the Danish Prime Minister taking a selfie at a slightly inappropriate occasion. Hey, I wonder if Michelle Obama thought that was funny. No, she did not. Delighted to have Martin Freeman back on the show. Now, he's about to reprise his role as Bilbo Baggins in the new Hobbit film. Now, see, that's him there in the lair of Smaug, a ruthless, ill-tempered dragon who guards his gold jealously. I don't like your ring, I don't like your hairy feet, and for that reason, I'm out. I do impressions. So excited to welcome Ben Stiller onto the show. Now, he'll be telling... Yes, you might well cheer. He'll be telling me all about his new film, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Now, in the movie, Ben's character spends his whole life daydreaming. And you know, all sorts of people have daydreams. I'd like to achieve world peace. I'd like to be Prime Minister. I like cheese. Let's get some guests on! Later, we'll have music from Rebecca Ferguson. But first, it's time to get naked. It's Jamie Oliver! I'll do this. Hello. I'll wave at you. Hello, sir. Very good. Sit yourself down. Very nice to see you. He's got the Hobbit habit. It's Martin Freeman! Hey! Hello. Hi. Lovely to see you. Come in and sit down. And it's time to meet the fucker. It's Ben Stiller! Wow! Hello! I'm really well. Lovely to see you. Down. Oh! Woo! Hello, gents.
Hello.
You all well? All
Hi.
good?
Yeah,
All
good.
Very good.
Yeah. You have a large audience.
Yes. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Because heating your home is quite expensive. Now, listen, a very sorry catch, but now, do you all know, you two know each other for sure?
Where we've met before?
We met, yes. Where did we meet?
At your... I know we met. It was a long time ago. At your premiere, that film when you wipe your bum with a ferret.
Oh, yeah.
That one.
Along came Colin.
Yes, thank you very much.
Along came.
It was emotional.
It meant a lot to me.
and clearly you've stayed in touch.
Yeah. And Martin and I ran into each other at a restaurant. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do. A couple of times, and then I came to see you in a play.
Yes, that's right.
I came to see you in a very good play in which you were very good.
Okay.
Don't be surprised. He's a very good actor.
Yeah.
He's very good. I'm not lying. Seriously. A couple of times. For a moment, it looked like we might do a film together.
Yes.
And then we didn't.
I know, it fell apart.
Yeah, it did, but never mind.
I like your socks, though.
Thanks, man. It swings and roundabouts, doesn't it? We didn't do a film, but look at these socks.
Right. It all comes together.
And Martin and Jamie, yes, no?
Never. We've never... I don't think we've ever met.
Oh, this is lovely.
We just met in the toilet,
in the toilet,
and it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just about half an hour.
Sorry I missed out.
Sorry.
It was cute.
Now, Jamie Oliver, a chef, is on the show, and I notice...
Oh, yes.
Have you brought us Christmas treats?
Well,
a mince pie?
I like... No. Chocolate.
Oh.
But also vegan brownies for a certain friend who's a vegan here. Yes,
I am. Vegan brownies.
Yeah, well, I always check any dietary requirements, and they said,
right,
vegan.
Don't be so disdainful.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I was a vegan.
Oh, no, see, that's really annoying. A vegan is annoying, but a vegan who shows up who then goes, oh, no, I can eat anything.
I think I got too annoying as a vegan. I was too hungry. I can't tell you how hard it was to develop a really good brownie that was vegan.
What is it?
You can try it first if you want. It's homemade, fresh.
I'll try one.
Thank you.
It doesn't mean I can't eat things that are vegan just because I used to be a vegan.
Okay.
But it does seem a waste of effort, doesn't it?
No.
Are these all vegan?
They're all vegan and gluten-free.
And I don't really eat eggs or dairy that much.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, well, eggs are in veganism, I think, aren't they?
Yeah.
Now,
shouldn't you know all about that stuff?
Well, to be honest, I just phoned up Nigella and said, can you sort me out? The way to do it...
These are great.
Very nice.
Would you like to try some?
Please give them away.
They taste very... they taste very healthy.
Yeah. They're very healthy.
A vegan brownie for you.
Working the crowd. This is really good. Thank you.
That's what happens when you give away free food.
Yeah, I know. They were so delicious, I finished mine.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't feel you have to finish it, by the way.
I like it. I'm enjoying it.
Thank you.
Listen, very quickly, I've got to mention one of my favourite films, Zoolander. I love so many good ones.
Yes.
Now, is it true there's going to be a sequel?
Possibly. There's a script. We wrote a script and trying to figure out if we can get it together, and I just want to make sure we can put it together the way that it should be put together.
And the success of it, does it kind of plague you? The kind of the blue steel and all that stuff?
No, I actually like it because of that, because of the fact that, it wasn't a big hit, and, but I do get people will, on Twitter will send me pictures of their kids, their babies saying, this is my baby doing blue steel, and it's literally just like a baby like this. But everybody seems to feel their child is doing blue steel, it's nice.
Do you have to make an effort, like if you're doing a proper photo shoot, promotional for something, do you have to kind of make sure your face never goes into blue steel?
Yeah, I kind of do it unintentionally sometimes. I mean, really the whole look came out of the way that my wife told me that I looked when I would brush my hair in the mirror. When I look in the mirror, I'd be like looking at myself in the mirror. And she'd go like, why are you going like this? And I realized that was my mirror face. So.
Because obviously, mobile phones have changed that whole thing of photographs and stuff. And now, Martin, I hear you are very happy to have your picture taken. That's what I heard.
That's absolute bullshit. Go on. Sorry, I don't know the rest of the sentence.
Well, actually, the rest of the sentence now is informed by your reaction.
Yes.
But you never smile.
That's because I'm not that happy. The clue is in the fact that I'm not really smiling. I can't... I mean, I don't mind moving images of myself. But still photography, I've never quite got the hang of. I don't know what face to pull. But blue steel, I should try that. But, I'm not... I don't hate it, but I'm not very good at it at all, no.
Because it's one of the... As men, you always feel a bit inadequate in a photo shoot.
I sure do, yeah. I definitely don't know what I'm doing in a photo shoot.
Because, Jamie, they must try to make you do terrible things.
Oh. From the Naked Chef times, I mean, it's just constantly being asked to get your kit off, and so just a nightmare. or juggle fruit and veg and stick them in places and smile. I am smiling, smile a bit more. See those teeth,
But one photographer did get you to get your kit off.
Well, partly. It took a while to get the confidence to say no and learn from J-Lo and say no. I did an awful shoot. Actually, it was for an American magazine in a bathtub full of suds and fruit, I think. It was the worst picture. I don't know why.
I can't imagine what that looks like.
thing is, I've got 4 kids now, so it's going to be the next few years when Poppy and Daisy come back and go, Dad, why were you dressed up in that leather outfit with that dog, and why were you in that giant fruit bowl?
There. Well, listen, let's talk about Ben's new film. Your new film is The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, and this is you as an actor and a director. It's out on the 26th of December. That's Boxing Day.
Yes.
Or St. Stephen's Day.
Yes. What is the origin of that term, Boxing Day?
Isn't
I feel very American.
Don't
saying
you open?
That.
Isn't it when you open your boxes? Isn't that?
Oh, is that what it is?
No, I believe
apparently
it was
not.
a coal delivery, wasn't it, guys?
Nobody knows.
Sorry?
Does anybody care?
No, it's when the family had a big fist fight following a terrible Christmas day.
Which is more true.
Is it called anything in America?
The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
Oh, okay.
The movie?
Yeah, good. No,
oh, Boxing Day.
Yeah.
No, there's no...
That's a very long name.
It's called The Day After Christmas.
Oh, okay. That's catchy. Yeah. But listen, the thing about this film is, you talk about The Hobbit being an epic, but this, you know, it's a comedy, but it also has this epic element to it.
Yeah, it's kind of, you know, a guy going out into the world on this journey. The character, Walter Mitty's a daydreamer, and he lives in his head a lot, and he's forced to go out into the world and find this negative because he categorizes pictures for Life magazine, and he's never really gone out into the world, so he has this adventure. We went to some places like Iceland, and he goes off into the world. So yeah, it was fun. We had some Hobbit-like, you know, type vistas.
Vistas, really, yeah.
No, seriously, really beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
No, it makes you it makes you want to go to Iceland.
Still good.
We didn't have any elves, but we had mountains and stuff.
Yeah, right.
And you've got those elements, don't you? Got the fantasy elements.
Yes.
Where they're almost like big action sequences.
Yeah, and
in New York.
Yes. Yeah. Well, Walter lives. He lives in New York, and a lot of his fantasies involve him doing things in New York. And there's one. He has a boss that's really horrible to him, and he has this fantasy of fighting the boss through the streets of New York. That we shot on the streets of New York, but it's sort of this superhero fight. But there was a safety rig. I'm sure you had to do stuff like that, where you had, did some crazy...
I just didn't use any safety rigs. It's just a choice. Some people do. It's fine. It's absolutely fine.
This stuff was really dangerous.
Was it, though?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's a 300-foot dragon, mate.
Yes.
But some of the stuff does look dangerous, but you're directing it, but because you're doing the stuff, you've then got stunt people telling you...
Yes, yeah. Once you get there, you know, you work it out, and then you let a second unit guy or, you know, stunt coordinator, this guy Phil Nielsen, who's great, but he's an ex-Marine, and I sort of let him take over during those moments. And like there was a sequence where I had to jump into the water in Iceland off the coast in the North Sea and
chilly.
Yeah, very chilly. But once I was wearing a dry suit, which kept my body warm, but my hands and head, when they got wet, you know, everything gets really cold.
Yeah.
And so we did a shot where I had to jump in, and there's this fishing trawler behind me. It's like 6-foot swells, and we did it once, and I thought we had it, and then he made me do it again, of course. And I said, well, do we have to? And he said, you know, yes. And I said, and he sort of like made me feel like I was going to be like a pussy or something. But
actually, you mentioned the being in the water. The clip we have is you in the water.
Yeah.
And this is where the fantasies have stopped, and now he's encountering real life.
Exactly, yeah. It's all sort of happening.
Here's the clip.
There's a fin here, I think! Don't fear the porpoise! I don't think it's a porpoise! I'm telling you, it's a porpoise! It will protect you from the sharks! Okay! Come here! Hey! Okay, that's a shark! That's what I said! It's not a porpoise! It's not a porpoise!
Wow. Well, listen, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty is obviously about a man's rich fantasy life. So we asked the audience if they'd fantasies. Now, Ben, I can imagine these are going to blow you away. Look at that audience. Imagine the rich fantasy lives they will have. For instance, where's Elaine? There's Elaine. Now, let's have a look at Elaine. Let's get the camera to Elaine. Can we see her? There's Elaine. You know, she just looks like a regular lady. Wait till you hear her fantasy.
Go on,
this is Elaine's fantasy. Okay. I work in a small independent opticians. That's not the fantasy. That's reality, Ben. That's reality. This is her fantasy. She fantasizes that someone would come in and buy all the expensive sunglasses, as I know that would really stand me in good stead with the boss. That's the fantasy.
That's really swinging for the fences there.
Yeah. She has given herself the freedom to dream, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
Keep
Good on
dreaming.
you, Elaine. Keep dreaming. Keep dreaming. That's really amazing. That is really... I wouldn't have guessed. Looking at you, it's impossible to tell. This next one's a little better. Rita, where's Rita? Oh, there's Rita. Look at Rita. Oh, she's so frisky. Her fantasy is rubbing olive oil all over Jamie Oliver.
Whoa!
And I like the way she's made it into a recipe, seasoning him with a dash of salt and pepper. Wow. Would you then cook him? Is that the idea?
Absolutely, yes.
Put a little olive oil in his cheeks.
I think so, and a bit more elsewhere.
Hello.
Happy Christmas.
Yeah, God.
May I ask a question?
Please do.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you. Would that be extra virgin olive oil?
Without a shadow of doubt.
And would that be your everyday sort of cheap salt or sea salt?
Oh, it's got to be sea salt, nothing else.
Coarser, okay. Yes. Thank you.
I like the way you imagine you're going to eat yourself. I'm really hoping I'm going to be delicious.
Made a lot of marinades in my time.
And finally, where's Lucy? Where's Lucy? Oh, there's Lucy.
Wait,
Hello.
Graham, can the person speak their own fantasy?
Okay, go.
I'd love to. Wouldn't that be fun?
Can I just say, man, we've been doing this show for 15 years. We've learned that no, they can't. That's why I'm reading them.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a trial and error process, and you see Lucy now, incapable. Just looking a little. I can't. Get Graham to read it out. Read it out. But I know what you mean. It does seem weird
Nice
that they're
try,
here.
nice try.
Yeah, a lot of them don't speak English. Most of these are mostly translated. They're mostly translated for me. Yeah. Lucy, I fantasize, and I think this might be true. She fantasized about getting a selfie with Martin Freeman, and he smiled in the picture. Come down. Okay. Very optimistic.
I'm not a bad one.
Yeah. So, huddle in here, and you're going to do it yourself. Do you want to do it yourself?
Well, it's a selfie, isn't it?
It's a selfie. It's a selfie.
A selfie is the definition of a selfie. She's doing it herself.
Who is that?
Really?
Who's that?
Oh, that's someone It's a wrestler.
It's a wrestler?
It's a wrestler. Why the hell do you want a selfie with me? If you're a normal kind of guy as a wrestler...
This is very exciting for you. It's a fantasy coming true. Okay.
It's not a selfie. Okay.
It's not. It's an
I know.
othering.
But this is quicker, I feel, and her hands are shaking.
More fun.
He's smiling. Come on. There you go. Beautiful. You got your selfie. Well done, Lucy. There she goes. Yay. You made a fantasy come true. Now.
It is funny to see you smiling, though. It is. It's like you're doing a character or something.
He doesn't even know me and he thinks I'm a miserable shit.
Wow. He saw you in that restaurant. Was going,
Yeah.
Hey, talking of fantasies, The Hobbit, greatest fantasy film of all time, is back. It opened in cinemas today. Now, last time we saw you, you were about halfway to Smog.
Smog. I love that. Not even trying. Smaug.
Is it Smaug?
Yes, love.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Not smog.
Smog. It's
Yes.
my accent. I'm from Ireland.
No, that's not... No.
In Ireland, we say smog.
It's indifference, Graham, is what it is. It's not your accent.
Anyway, you're halfway to the Dragon's
Kind
Lair.
of, yes, you pick us up where we're very much on the journey, facing a lot of trials and tribulations, and Bilbo he's in a different phase of his life. He's no longer the sort of ingenue and innocent, wide-eyed thing. He's having to get stuck in and do or die, really.
And there's lots more action in this one, in a way, because there's less exposition and it's...
There is, exactly. I mean, you know, a fair bit of the first film, you have to set up, you know, the premise of who everybody is and introduce 13 dwarves for a start. And this one, we just start running and expect the audience to hopefully know where we are.
Yeah. And listen, and seriously, your performance in this, I think it's I don't know how you do it, because it's so clever how...
Oh, thank you.
Well, in terms of how the ring is changing Bilbo and... I mean... And it's over such a long period of time.
Yeah. What, you mean the filming of it?
Well, all of it. You know, actually watching it's long, but it's nearly 3 hours long.
That was almost a compliment.
No, it is a compliment.
Christ, it's long.
Do you file away in your head kind of where should I be in my arc here, or does Peter Jackson keep reminding you?
No, well, it's a mixture of both. You know, I mean, just sort of page one acting is, you know, where have I been, where am I going, what do I want, and all that. And so you have to really keep a handle on that over a period of, you know, from beginning to end, it was 2.5 years, including breaks and all that. But yeah, it's a long gig.
Well, listen, we've got a little clip. This is the desolation.
Go on, try it. Go on.
The desolation of Smaug.
Smaug.
That better? Was that really?
Yeah, Smaug, as in crowd. Yeah.
Oh, it rhymes with crowd.
Smaug, yeah. Smaug.
Okay. The desolation of Smaug.
Yeah, exactly.
Smaug.
Keep it that.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, this is you. This is you. Ian McKellen is giving his Gandalf, and he's started to twig that Bilbo is changing.
Okay.
You've changed, Bilbo Baggins. You're not the same hobbit as the one who left the Shire.
I was going to tell you. I found something in the Goblin tunnels.
Found what? What did you find?
My carriage.
Good. Well, that's good. You need it.
I always feel like I'm coming around my uncle's house. When I come well done.
That was good.
Thank you.
Very good. Yes. And now, you guys, are you fans of this genre?
How much do you love me? I love you, thanks. You?
I think you're pretty good.
Good.
I'm actually a huge Martin Freeman fan for years and years. Yeah.
Thank you
so I'm very excited to be on the show with
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited about the new Sherlock season.
But
right?
mainly my bit in it. Yeah. Mainly me. Mainly me, not
mainly. It's all about you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it's all about Martin. Back on New Year's Day.
Correct. It's actually the 1st, the 5th, and the 12th. Yeah.
So they're really chucking them out there.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, one of the odd things the Sherlock fans do is when Benedict was here, he was telling us about how they compare him to an otter. And it seems unlikely, but here's a classic of there's Benedict Cumberbatch, and here he is looking like an otter. It does sort of work.
Yeah.
So now they've got you compared to another woodland creature. Do you know what's coming?
No, I'm excited.
You don't follow me on the internet? What's wrong with you?
Can you guess what woodland creature Martin Freeman might be?
Careful.
Other science.
Keep it clean.
It's really unlikely.
Thank you.
Cat weasel?
Unbelievable.
That weasel's not even a creature. He's just an old tramp in the woods. And? No, it's a hedgehog. No, and you kind of think, how can a person look like a hedgehog? Because a hedgehog is not expressive. I'm so wrong. So here's Martin. Here's Martin, right? And you've got to think, a hedgehog couldn't look like that.
Never.
A hedgehog couldn't look like that. Amazing. So, happy hedgehog. Then we've got less happy Martin. Does he have a hedgehog to look like him? Yes, he does.
I don't think he looks like a hedgehog at all. I think that just anybody making a face, you put a hedgehog next to them, they'll look like a hedgehog.
I think Ben's seen through the floor in this.
No, okay. explain this one then. Okay. This is so specific. Okay? Okay? Now look at the hedgehog. Proof positive.
I rest my case, Your Honour. Yeah.
Okay, this is okay. If you don't mind this is the clincher. Okay. Okay. Here's Martin Freeman, obviously encountering fans, and how can a hedgehog do this?
It's not possible.
I'm told this isn't photoshopped.
That also looks like a mutant hedgehog. Look at his face. It's like a post-apocalyptic hedgehog.
Well done, the hedgehog. Very good. Okay. Now, very quickly, it's Christmas, and Christmas wouldn't be Christmas without Jamie Oliver being top of the best-selling book list. Save with Jamie.
Yes.
And this kind of came from your online community, your fans, the forums.
Yeah.
That they liked the quick recipes.
Yeah, the fans, the people that like to cook, they know what they want, and 1 minute it's speed, and the next minute it was very much really delicious food, comfort food that, you know, is not going to break the bank, stuff that's going to, you know, help save you money. And I kind of thought it was a timely thing in the recession, really, and looking at sort of, you know, the average Brit wastes about 40% of everything that we buy. I just sort of thought it would be really good for, you know, let me just worry about creating a whole book of delicious food where the average cost is about £1.30 a portion, and rest assured that it's delish. So that's what I did, and hopefully people love it.
And then you ask the readers questions throughout the book. There's questions he asked me. For instance, here's one on page 70. Have you ever opened a bottle of wine and not quite finished it? No!
OK, let's do a survey.
No, I'm sorry.
Let's do
No,
a survey.
Jamie, if you did that, how would you know it was time to go to bed? It's a world turned upside down. That's just crazy talk. But there's some really lovely recipes in here, and really, yeah.
I try. I mean, you know, I try and make them solid and safe, and we test the hell out of them, and we get the public to test them, and we get teenagers to test them. So, you know, hopefully that's what we're known for, stuff that works. I mean, there's nothing more to bring out the anger in the British public, or any public, than when they go shopping for a load of ingredients and it don't work.
And now, in the chef world, it seems very competitive, the chef world.
Yes, very much so.
And you seem to be fair game for some reason. Like Gordon Ramsay's been quite rude about you. Yes. Why you? Why did they pick on you? Because you're successful?
No, we used to get on.
Did you really?
Yeah. But, I don't know, really. Don't know what happened.
Oh, that's a shame.
It is a bit.
Oh, I see.
Well, it is a bit, because, you know, there's... You know, when I was a young chef and you're training, there's certain characters that are your everything, and you look up and read every word of their books. And then when life doesn't quite work like that, it's a bit disappointing, really.
Because Ben Stiller, you're very competitive, aren't you?
Am I?
That's what I hear. Yeah.
I can get competitive and, yeah, sometimes, sure.
Didn't ping pong take over your life?
Ping pong, yes. There was a ping pong table on a movie I was working on, and then there was a tournament that developed, and I got very competitive. And I really shouldn't have been competitive because I'm not very good. It's really frustrating to be competitive and not be good at something. So it became part, yeah, definitely.
But then didn't you train up? You decided, right, I'm going to do this.
I took some lessons. Yeah.
Table tennis lessons?
Yes.
Did you?
Yeah.
From a pro?
They said they were, yeah.
Is that a world?
I'm quite good at table tennis.
Really?
I genuinely am. I'm not brilliant, but I'm quite good. And I was unbeaten.
Actually,
totally unbeaten.
no, wait. You were going to be a professional squash player,
I thought I was going to be a squash player till I was about 14. As a junior squash player, I was very good. Yeah, I was very good.
I didn't even know there were professional squash players.
Yeah, I mean, at the time I was doing it as well in the 80s, it nearly came overground, squash, and people got kind of known, and the national press started picking up on it. And my heroes started to be like on things like A Question of Sport and on Grandstand, and you kind of knew for about 5 minutes squash was quite big, and then it kind of went underground again.
Do you use the ceiling also in squash? See, this is the reason squash never...
Because there's no ceiling.
No, there's no ceiling.
Well,
oh, really?
No, well, you use walls.
Oh, there's that racquetball.
Yeah, but with a smaller head and a smaller ball.
Right.
I mean, it's just meat and drink for you.
Yeah, really, yeah. Well, dodgeball.
Yeah.
Didn't.
Oh, yeah.
Because you really did the dodgeball. I mean.
Yes, a long time ago, we had scenes in dodgeball, and my wife was in the scene, and I was playing against her in the scene, and I had to, nail her with the dodgeball, and I did. And,
bang in the face.
Yes, which you shouldn't do.
No.
You shouldn't do. I mean, it was. I wanted to just get it right for the shot, but it wasn't. But it was too strong.
Was that a quiet drive home?
I don't think we drove home together.
Yeah, I've got work to do. I'll see you back there. Yeah. Now, moving on, because a lot of cooking talk is taken out of context. It's quite innuendo-laden. If you take all the phrases that Jamie says and sort of stick them together, okay?
Oh, my
God. No, a fan has done this. You've probably seen this. So if you listen very carefully, I mean, there's visuals as well, but if you listen very carefully, this is what you get. It's Jamie Oliver talks dirty.
Hi guys, welcome to the Ministry of Food. I've got a bit of a bonus, but it's not hard. It's just over a centimetre thick, so it's not wobbling. Lovely. And you're going to rub it backwards and forwards again and again and again. And, not that there's a rush, but, you need a sense of urgency. You can't just sit there sort of poking it around, OK? So keep it moving. We don't want it to be wobbly. Just keep tossing it off. There's no point in getting scared now. Rub it all over. Be careful, don't slap it all over the place. You're going to get in trouble. Second important bit. I'm going to get my cucumber here. I'm going to put it full whack into your burger. Again and again and again. And then we can have a little look inside it. And then I'm going to put it in your mouth. Some people love it, some people hate it. Give it a try. Don't turn your nose up at it. If you don't like it, you can take it out, which I think is nice and reasonable. But, I mean, let's not be precious. Because it doesn't really matter what it looks like. What does matter is that when you go and eat it, you don't get a massive chunk of cheese. Some people don't like it, some people love it because they're used to it. And no point in worrying about it. Just stick it in there and do the best job possible.
Beautiful. Listen, it is music time, everyone. But first, I know, Ben, you've got to go.
I do.
Yes, you do.
I'm sorry. I don't want to leave, though.
Where the hell are you going?
I'm supposed to go to a screening of our movie.
Yeah. Followed by a vegan dinner party. So please.
No, you know what it is? I have to answer questions afterwards. That's why I have to go.
Oh,
okay. I'm not just going to watch it, so I feel bad because I know.
Well, we've loved having you here. So please say thank you to the fabulous Ben Stiller.
Thank you.
Okay. I love this woman's voice. Truly one of the best acts ever to come out of the X Factor. Performing her current hit, I Hope, I Hope, I Hope. It is Rebecca Ferguson.
Hope she treats you well. I hope she treats the biggest sin to me. And where there was war, I wouldn't walk away. But after a time, I realized that for me to go, I've got to let go. I hope life treats you good. I hope life treats you good. I hope she treats you well. I hope she treats you well. I hope. Hope that she is kind. I hope that she is kind. I hope. Hope life treats you good. Hope life treats you good. I hope. And right now, I have taken all that I am, and I forgive you, and I forgive you for all that you are.
Rebecca Ferguson, everybody! Gorgeous! Come back and join me, dude! Oh! Mwah. Rebecca Ferguson! Have a seat, dude! That's Jamie Oliver! That's Martin Freeman!
Nice to meet you.
Terrific! I love that song. I've been playing it to death on the radio. Thank you so much for doing it.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, no, God, we're delighted to have you here. And that is out now, the single.
Is, yeah.
But it's off the album, second album. Now, we waited a while for the second album.
I know, I was so busy. You know what, though? I finished working on the last album last December and then went straight into writing this album, so it seems like I've been away for quite a long time, but I have been busy.
All right, I believe you. All right. Sitting at home watching daytime telly, picking your nose, but... And all this new stuff, are you touring and are people going to see you?
I am. I'm touring in March in the UK and I'm in Europe in April, so I'm busy.
In the Europe in April?
Yeah.
OK. Well, I'll...
In the Europe.
In the Europe. Well, it's just something Sonia said years ago.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, when she was doing the Eurovision Song Contest.
I'm in the Europe.
Oh, do your Sonia impression. Oh, you're doing it. It's very funny. Right. This is where we go tonight. Time for a story or two in the red chair. So let's see who's up first. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, you look a little tense. No, you're good. You relax, relax. There's a crash mat. And what's your name, sir?
Jordan.
Jordan. And where do you live, Jordan?
In London, but I'm from Yorkshire originally.
All right. What do you do in London?
I'm a police officer.
Oh, really? He's a police officer. Very good. What area of the police are you in? Are you a Bobby on the beat?
Detective.
A detective? He's a detective.
He's a very young detective.
He does seem very young, and you'd know, of course.
I would know.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
you're in Sherlock. It's
true.
Yeah, you meet detectives.
He's younger than Rupert Graves. He looks slightly, you know... He's, for me, he's too young to be a detective.
You wouldn't cast him as a detective?
No, he's way too young.
Yeah. If you were broken into and he came around, you'd think, well, they're not going to solve this,
No, of course not. Unless the crime has taken place in a kindergarten. That is useless.
Yes.
Yeah.
They stole our trampoline. Sorry, I've got distracted now, Jordan. Officer Jordan, off you go with this story.
Well, mine's a bit of a cooking disaster, and I apologise to Jamie now. All my friends know I'm the worst cook ever, but after years and years, I finally got them round about 2 years ago, and I thought I'd do something a bit adventurous. So I made sausage, veg, and mashed potato.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was there mashing away the mashed potato for hours, it felt like, and I don't know how you do it. You can't get lumps out. So I thought, well, I'll put it in the food blender, and thinking that'd get lumps out, because that's what that does.
Yes.
It didn't quite come out looking like mashed potato, though. But I had no choice but to serve it. At which point, when my friends finally ate this food, in fear as they were, they thought it was cheese sauce, because it was just liquid goo all over the plate. I don't know if they've ever come back since.
Now, see, we brief them beforehand. We say, tell us the most amazing, most amusing thing that's ever happened in your life. This is true. Jordan's a detective. Imagine all the exciting things that happened to that man. And he went with runny mashed potatoes. Wow.
I usually feel sorry for the people you do that to, but that was justified.
It really was, wasn't it? The thing that amazed me is he had a blender. What's he doing with that? Must have been a gift. All right, let's have someone else. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Now, you're fine. You're fine. You could be the walker. OK. What's your name, nice lady?
It's Leanne.
Leanne? Where do you live, Leanne?
In a small town called Atherstone.
Oh, yes. Where's that?
It's not far from Coventry.
Ah, yes. What do you do there?
I'm a business analyst.
She's a business analyst. No, seriously, Rebecca, that's what she does. She's a business analyst. Doesn't look like that. It's a perfectly valid job. It is. You're a singer. She's a business analyst. She loves analysing business. It's what gets her up in the morning. Leanne, delight us with your tale.
Right, it's a bit embarrassing, actually. I can't...
Good! That's the point! Already we're under a winner. If it's better than mashed potato, I'll let you walk.
When I was much younger and foolish,
Yes.
I was on holiday with some friends.
Oh, yes.
And we decided one night to go skinny dipping in the lake.
Can I just stop you there? Already, mashed potato, you've surpassed it. You're naked on holiday. Hoorah! Yeah.
So I was so desperate to get into the lake so that people didn't see me that I ran as fast as I could, slipped over on the top step, knocked myself out, and then ended up actually getting rescued out of the lake by my friends. So,
Oh!
I'm told that on TV.
Should we let her walk?
Oh, I think so.
Yes, we should let you walk.
Yeah.
Go on, walk. Get on, Leanne. Oh, one more. OK, last one. Here we go. Hello!
Hi.
Hi, what's your name?
Yaz. Y-A-Z.
Oh, all right, I'll write it down.
Y-A-Z. Yeah, get it right.
Where do you live, Yaz with a Z?
I live in Weybridge.
Weybridge. And what do you do for a living?
Marketing analyst.
Another one. More of the analysts. They love the analysts. Oh, they love analysing. OK, Yaz. I think I've got it right. Yes, that is Yaz. Yes. Y-A-Z. It's Y-A-Z. Yes. Off you go, Yaz.
Right, this is about my previous job. I had recently started this job, and we had this Christmas dinner. It was a huge table, and we just set mixed teams. And the sales director, the top man, just was sitting next to me. And I was like, this is a good opportunity so I can show off. Anyway, so they were talking about work, they were talking about promotions and everything. And I just want to show myself that I know what they're talking about. I turned and we...
I'm glad you did.
Yeah, and then we get a promotion called 1 month free, so we give customers a 1 month free product. And then I turned around and said to the sales director, do you want 1 night stand instead of 1 month free?
Oh, God. Thank you, Yaz. Well done, everyone. If you'd like to join us on the show and have a go in the Big Red Chair, you can contact us via our website at this very address. Thank you to my lovely guests tonight, Rebecca Ferguson, Jamie Oliver, and Martin Freeman. Join me next week with British rap star Tiny Tempa, Queen of Comedy Miranda Hart, and star of stage and screen Julie Walters. I'll see you then. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.